Hello, Taurus, and welcome to your 2026 New Year preview. We are going to start this reading looking at the major planets that are transiting, that are going to create these events and changes for you specifically. Neptune, sacrifice. Saturn, truth, Lord of karma. Uranus, genius. You're familiar with Uranus. You spend a lot of time with, in fact, Uranus is in your sign right now before moving on. And of course, we have the North and South Node, which are important for every sign because that's our destiny and fated direction. But all of these are moving, and they're generational planets, and there's significant, profound changes happening for us all. But let's go ahead and jump in with a few of the tarot to get some additional comments and direction for Taurus for (2026) Taurus. I'm putting out the North and South Node work together. They're on an axis, but I'm putting out 3 cards for each, because there's certain things to learn for each of them. Okay, so let's start with Neptune. We have the 3 of Pentacles. That's your energy. We have the Strength card, nice major arcana card. And we have the Knight of Swords. So I first want to talk about Neptune's placement for you. So as Neptune moves into Aries, it will be in your 12th house, which is Neptune's house. It's the house of spirituality. It's the house of karma. It's the house of healing, psychic, intuitive, dreamlike. And lower, it can be self-sabotaging type of things. So what your test is going to be is to look at some of these energies that have been bad habits for you. So I have the Knight of Swords, and the Knight of Swords represents information, communication, and it really is a power card. This is somebody that's in a rush to do things, in a rush to go somewhere. This is somebody pushing you somewhere, wanting their own way, getting to, the finish line. Not being, just being undaunted and not letting anything or anyone get in their way until they reach, the results that they want, until they reach the end zone, whatever you want to say. So this card and this energy suggests to me that some of these plans that you were in a hurry, to put forward are simply going to dissolve. Now that sounds kind of cruel, and in a way it is, but that's what Neptune does. It dissolves things. It removes things. And it's a period of, rose-colored glasses, looking at something that was too good to be true. And I'm wondering if it was in this 3 of Pentacles area. Now the 3 of Pentacles is your energy, and that indicates to me you at work, you creating something, you're an artist, you're performing, you're doing something because you have some people here, admiring you and watching you and, appreciating your skills. So you have some recognition here. And I think that someone in this circle of this creative community for you is trying to push you to do something, maybe to take a leadership role, or maybe to go somewhere else and kind of push you out of your comfort zone just because they have an agenda, that they have something. And I'm suggesting with Neptune, that it's not necessarily what you want to do. It might be too good to be true, because that's another Neptunian thing. So think before you accept it, because part of you, I think, is not real thrilled with it, and I'll tell you why. The Strength card represents wisdom and courage, and it represents you standing in your power, which means you're standing in your truth. You're listening to your heart. This is Leo's card, and that's what Leo's whole, that's how Leo rolls and operates in this world, listening to their heart. They're courageous. They're brave, and they usually are undaunted because they're following their heart, and that's their highest form. And you need to understand that if this isn't for your highest good, you have to have the courage and the strength just to say no. So Saturn is going to be moving in the same house, the 12th house, February 13th, and we're going to see what that means for you. Okay? We have 7 of Wands, 7 of Swords, and 6 of Pentacles. All right, this is a little bit of a tough house too. You know, Saturn is asking you, you know, to meet your commitments, you know, not to walk away. So I'm looking at this again, and maybe there's someone here in your patron circle who's, you know, in a pushy way guiding you somewhere, but maybe that guidance isn't off. If it's your heart saying that's something that you would like to do, then you're going to do it. And don't be afraid. Be courageous. Don't walk away. Pick up your, you know, your instrument or your paints or whatever creative thing that you're doing, and walk away from this. Saturn says, in order for your spiritual growth, you need to commit to something. Now, the 7 of Wands is kind of standing your ground here. There's a little bit of stubbornness, and it's part of who you are too. I mean, there's nobody that is more grounded than you, Taurus, and that is an attribute, but it can be your Achilles heel too sometimes, because you're not the quickest one to move on from something. That's true. And when these energies come to you, and they come to you with these major planets, these generational planets that are going to reshape our world and yours too, we have to listen to the messages. So again, if it's not part of your original dream, be open to it. Don't be too stuck in the way of doing things, because there's some karmic justice coming in for you, meaning there's going to be a balance. There's going to be something that is going to put your life more in balance. Something is not synced up for this transition. Now we have the Saturn and Neptune conjunction, and that is symbolizing new starts, pioneering spirits, and bold action. It's totally Aries, because this is happening in Aries house at 0 degrees. That's why this is so fascinating. That's why this is so powerful. And that is why everybody's talking about this major transition, as we are. But we're going to talk about Uranus next. Now, Uranus is in your sign. It is going to stay in your sign until April. Let's see. We've got the 9 of Cups. We've got the Devil. And we've got the 2 of Wands. So Uranus is synthesizing information, right? It's genius. It's a cerebral energy. It helps us process information. It helps us communicate. And it's a big deal, Uranus, because it's going to transit into Gemini. And we'll talk about that a little bit later. But the other reason it's such a big deal is because the North Node is moving into Aquarius, and Uranus is the ruler of that. So we're being pushed further down our fated path, and all of us as a collective, because that's what Uranus represents. So you're going to be asked to take a look at and reevaluate some of these energies and unhealthy attachments, maybe to, too much partying, too much celebrating, too much entertaining, people in this circle that you're really trying to move away from. This is the time. This is the time to, reassess everything, reevaluate everything, and take a more independent stance. Here you are independently looking at your plan. And if this does not move you forward in the direction that you're going, that's what you're going to be releasing. And Uranus is going to be in your 2nd house, and it's going to stay there until 2033. So Taurus, the planet of sudden changes, is going to affect your value system, your money, your investments, and just how you move through this world. Now, your values, I think, are changing anyways, honestly. You've been going through some major changes, so this isn't going to be a total shock. And just know that what comes up does go down, and vice versa. So there's going to be fluctuations in your material world with Uranus. But I think you can deal with it. You dealt with Uranus for 7 years, prior to moving into Gemini. So that's going to stay with you till 2033. Now we're going to look at these north and south nodes that are moving out of Pisces and Virgo and into Aquarius and Leo. Beautiful. Beautiful. And beautiful. Look at this. So this is the north node, and that's about your life's purpose. Your life's purpose is the Nine of Pentacles. That's what you were born in this world to do. This represents Venus, your ruler. This is the pre-empress card. Again, Venus associated. And this is luxury and comfort and the natural world and the finer things in life, peace and harmony and all of those things that Venus brings. And it's also abundance. Your life's purpose, you weren't meant to struggle. There is a bountiful array of opportunities for you that is going to lead you to your destiny. And it's going to be a comfortable one. Yay, you. Look at this, the 10 of Cups. That is the happily ever after card, right? A happy home and family and healthy and just enjoying life. And it's going to come via an introduction or some news coming in as the Page of Cups. So we know that this is coming to you. The North Node is coming in July. It's moving out of Pisces and Virgo. Again, that's us evolving from our past experiences and, our lower vibrations and moving into a more Pisces way, the North Node of spiritual connections, universal love, this vibe. So we have that for another 6 months, but it is going to change. And when it changes, it's moving into Aquarius and Leo. And guess what? Aquarius makes this your 10th house. And your 10th house is beautiful and abundant, and your 10th house is beautiful and abundant. This is coming by way of a new job for you, a new position, a new leadership position, new opportunity, a new status. So let's see what you're moving away from with the South Node. King of Pentacles, Four of Wands, and the Chariot. Now this says to me that, and this is fine, the Chariot indicates a little bit of a bumpy ride, Taurus. So you have been navigating around some of life's debts. And that's what the South Node is, right? It's about paying the price. It's karmic. That's what the nodes are, a karmic journey. And, facing the truth and maneuvering around these pitfalls in life. So it becomes a bumpy ride, and it has been for you. In this area, it's going to be in the home and family, your residence, the way you move through your domestic life. Some changes are happening for you there. And I wonder if it's this King of Pentacles who is right now part of your world. It could be a mentor, it could be a leadership role, it could be a spouse, it could be a friend. Something tells me that there is something changing with this position, this King of Pentacles that's very important to you right now in your life. And it has something to do with your home, your family, your status, your community. So maybe you know what that is. Before we go, I'm going to get an oracle card, and this is going to represent Pluto. Now, Pluto was not put out here because Pluto is not moving in 2026. Pluto has already stationed in Aquarius and is staying there, till like 2045. So this is a long transit, and it's important for us all. So I thought it'd be nice just to pull an oracle card for the energies that you're dealing with in Pluto. Ooh, I like that. Higher power. Higher power for you with Pluto, who is staying in your house till 2045. And that's the area around your career. Look at this. King of Pentacles is a powerful, successful businessman. This is masculine energy, but it doesn't need to be a man, obviously. So there is a powerful leadership role that's going to take you into a higher position and a higher power. And perhaps this change of home is an upgrade. It's moving on up. Life debts and south nodes are about purging things, moving away from things that we have already expired. However, it doesn't mean that there's nothing else. We're going to continue to move toward our life purpose, and we already know that's your 10th house. I love this for you. It's going to be challenging, but you're going to get there, and it's going to be successful. If this resonated, please like, share, and subscribe. I'm wishing you all balance, peace, and harmony. Take care.